Right, so welcome to the podcast. Dave and I have we've been thinking of a name. We've been trying to think of a name for the podcast, and we end up on the unnamed project just because we couldn't decide on one.
Yeah.
We did think of Dave and I are both from the north, and we were trying to both think of like titles going with that, like like Carl Pilton's gone with An Idiot Abroad.
Yes.
We go with North in the South or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you've thought about this.
See, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. But we couldn't decide on anything. And then that led me to a line of questioning, and I thought, Dave.
Yes.
The South.
Right.
Your thoughts?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
See where I've gone there?
Yeah, I see what you've done there. You want me to discuss our said rivalry from the north to the south?
Well, what are the differences that you've noticed? What are the things that you've noticed?
Oh, dear me. It's busier.
Busier.
Manners don't exist.
Manners don't exist. In what way, shape or form? I mean, I've met some cockney, cheapy, chirpy chappies.
When I get on and off a bus, I say
Yeah.
hello to the bus driver and I say thank you when I get off.
Yeah.
And when I'm at a bus stop, I queue up. Whoever's there first gets on first.
Yeah.
Law of the land.
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here. Every man for themselves to get on the
Exactly.
bus.
Doesn't matter
But
where
have
you
you found, since you've been down here for a while, that you start to do that? You
No.
start to get involved? Like again, a mentality of going, well, if every bugger else is doing it, I'm doing it myself.
No.
You know
I've
what I mean?
decided, I think it's more of a, because I've noticed it so much,
You make a point.
I make a point. I'll extra loud, because you get off at the middle of a bus down here, don't you? Don't
Yeah.
get off at
You
the
see,
front.
that's where you can't say thank you to the bus driver for a
But
start.
I still do.
Cheers,
Thanks,
drive.
mate. And then I get off.
No, that's
I'll
just weird.
make a point of it.
Right. I mean, a lot of things I've noticed is all about perception down
Yeah.
here. People like to be perceived as somebody who got money in it.
Right.
They got money. They got bills. Yeah.
With a W.
Yeah, bills with a W. And but they very rarely have because London's that expensive.
It is, it's fake.
I mean, there's two things that I find quite funny. I've spent the last year in Croydon, which, let's be fair, is the armpit of the. I mean,
Well,
if Norwich and Anglia is the rump of the UK,
Right.
Croydon's the anus. Do you know what I mean? That's where we are with that.
Okay, right.
And this is brilliant. This makes me laugh. On a weekend, Friday, Saturday,
Usual days of a week.
usual days of a weekend, when a
Sunday
week ends,
sometimes.
yeah. There are people that hire expensive cars.
Yeah.
They save up working on a conveyor belt or whatever,
Right, yeah.
whatever the crap they work on.
Okay.
They hire an expensive car, like a Porsche, Ferrari, Mercedes, something like that. Hire it and just drive down Croydon High Street just to impress the chicks, innit?
Hold on. So, is it because I've seen this?
They just drive round in a circle.
So they hire a Ferrari.
They've hired a nice car.
How do you know it's
for the
hired?
night? Because it's got an Enterprise sticker on the number plate.
Really? I didn't know Enterprise was doing Ferraris.
Yeah, well, you've got to get on the right website. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the difference between North and the South.
Hired for
Astra,
yeah.
Ferrari.
Yeah, I normally get a Ford K8, mate.
There is these
Other
clubs.
cars
though.
are available.
There is these clubs that you can join. You can be a member of like prestige car clubs where it's a car share, so you like pay X amount of money to be a member of the club, and then you just borrow certain cars.
I
at the
appreciate
weekend.
that. These people that are hiring these cars that are trawling round nightclubs at 2 a.m, I don't think are a club member of any club whatsoever.
Prestige, I don't think so.
No. They just, and I love that. I love the pulling technique down south as well. This is what I've noticed when I'm DJing.
Right? Is that? Yeah, no one really saw that because on radio. But Fudge actually did some kind of DJ.
I was miming the
manoeuvre.
ones and twos there.
Oh, is that what they call
Like
it?
I actually do some scratching or something. Yeah, like oh, but yeah, doing all that. So where am I
doing
going? Yeah, I'm still doing the arm thing.
When
So
you
when I'm
DJ,
DJ, I'm watching and I people watch,
Right?
and I watch this guy get on the dance floor,
Go.
trucker cap, jeans round his anus again. That's
Right.
twice.
I can picture him,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Now this is it. Now wait, I don't know how it's going to come across on radio, but he'll shark in the dance floor, tap a young lady on the shoulder, and then when the young lady turns around, they'll pull this pose. It's the, oh, you liking what you're checking out? Is it you're checking out what you like? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They pull out things that, oh, you like what you see? Is it you just want to check me
So
out?
what they've actually done is
What they've actually done is turned round and gone, who's tapping me on the arse?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Which I think is terrible.
Which I mean, but that's a pulling technique in Croydon.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what that's what they do. Another thing as well, getting on the tube. Yeah, you're going down Victoria, especially. Yeah,
Oh. Hold on,
It's always busy. There's one at Victoria Station. You're going down the escalator and you can hear beep, 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 just as you're about 10 steps away from the door. And you've got to do that brisk walk run thing. Now, a northerner would do the brisk walk run thing, jump in, the doors go behind you.
Correct, yeah.
And a northerner would look around for a bit of an audience and go, whew.
Just made it.
Just made it. Nearly got me. Yeah, we would. That's exactly what we'd do.
Yeah.
What would the southerners do?
They would, two things. They would probably saunter up to the door and then hold it just as it's shutting and annoy everyone on the train.
Yeah, that annoys me.
Or they'd manage to get on and then they'd like check themselves before they wreck themselves.
Yeah, that's it. There'd be a complete overhaul. They wouldn't make eye contact with anybody. They'd be like, that didn't even happen.
Check me out.
Check me out. You see what I mean?
I completely agree with you on this one. I was actually running, I was at the Central Line. I was running up the stairs to get the Central Line over to Notting Hill, and I slipped on the stairs. I heard it going.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw the train. It didn't make the noise, so I should stop that. And there's a guy next to me, and I fell, landed on my knees on the steps. I was like, oh, God, that's what you get for rushing. Yeah, and I had a bit of a joke.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought, that's quite nice.
You don't let me get that?
No. So, and I think he was a northerner too.
Yeah.
Because he didn't go, I know what you're talking about, man. Sometimes it happens to me.
Well, I've not met anybody. I work in central London, a club in central London, and as far as I'm concerned, people in London, they talk like this. They're like, hey, do you have house music? Do you have...
What club's that? Do you want to plug it?
I don't know. Shall we name it? Shall we name it?
If you want.
Let's call it Leopard Leopard.
Yeah? I'm with you. I'm down with the kids.
Yeah. It's Leopard just off Leicester Square in Haymarket. Yeah, and they go, do you have house music?
Different scenario, though, isn't it? Different scene of people.
Well, that's as far as my understanding of the Cockney accent. It's either, do you have house music where they go for dance? Or, meet you as well, got to give me a job, yeah?
Because I know how to DJ better than you.
Yeah, you as well got to drop Candy Staten or something like that, yeah?
I like Candy Staten.
Yeah, me and all. But I didn't expect this guy to come and say this.
All right.
Hang on. Me neither, but I didn't expect this youth who came up to a DJ box to come and say...
Candy Staten? He was like, he was 80, 70,
yeah, 80. I thought he'd be coming up with, mate, you as well got to play a Tiny Tempo or something like that, yeah? But no.
North and South divide. How does it work? I'm sure we can all get along in a perfect world.
Yeah, the old cockney cheeky chappy like I saw on Dick Van Dyke. Andrew, we're not swearing, are we?
Wow, what are you going to say?
Can I say Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, you can say Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, the old cockney chirpy chappy on Dick Van Dyke.
Don't say his original name.
Richard Van Lesbian.
Penis one. Go on, carry on.
He, yeah, where's that gone? Where's them cheeky chapney? I've seen any of them.
Dick Van Dyke.
Where's all the Dick Van Dykes?
So what you're saying is, where have all the chimney sweeps
where have all the cockney chimney sweeps gone?
He was the oldest chimney sweep in the world, let's be honest.
Was he?
Well, the thing is, the whole point of a chimney sweep is a young kid to get so they can get up the chimney. What was he doing?
Well, I saw the dance routine. They were all about 25.
Yeah, well.
Rubbish. Anyway, speaking of Dick Van Dyke.
Go on.
Here's one for you.
Brilliant.
Dick Van Dyke.
Segway.
Saved by porpoises. Porpoises.
Right.
Dolphins.
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 Yeah, okay, I'm up on my National Geo.
This is the bit here. Van Dyke, 84, fell asleep on his surfboard. How do you fall asleep on a surfboard? What was he doing?
He was probably, and I can't show it obviously on radio, but he's probably lying on it full frontal.
Have you been surfboarding?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Full frontal. He's probably got his hands on the front of the board, and he's got his head down on the top of his hands, and he's just swaying with the ocean. Motion of the ocean.
Is that a usual sight?
Relaxing.
You've lived in Australia.
Really.
Is that a usual sight? Have you seen that before?
No.
So it's just pure speculation. Just
mate, I tried surfing, and it was terrible. It's the worst thing ever.
Really?
Couldn't even stand up. I was like a porpoise on a board. A manatee. Go on, what about this Dick Van Dyke with a porpoise?
So anyway, as he's woken up on his surfboard with his head in his hands, he's got up, he's looked around, like that movie Open Water, which was boring. Yeah. That movie Open Water, and he can't see any land. Can see no land. So this porpoise has popped up. All right, Dick.
Was it by accident?
Well, I don't know.
Or was it on porpoise?
Oh.
I'm in till Thursday.
Oh,
trying to be all.
Can't believe you went there on me.
Carry on, sorry, carry on.
You've ruined the punchline of this story.
I have. So he woke up on his surfboard.
So he's woke up on his surfboard.
Where am I?
And he's been pushed back to land by porpoises.
Right.
Go on. Skepticism.
How does he know that he got pushed back to land by porpoises?
Or whether the current just didn't take him back where he started.
Wait, that's the way the waves are going.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole point of surfing. The waves take you with the water, so you end up closer to the beach.
Sea. Yeah, at the beach. So, and he is 84. He's probably got glaucoma. No, he's not going to see any dry land, is he?
Exactly.
So,
let alone a porpoise. What is it? A group of porpoises is called a shoal.
Shoal school.
School. Shoal of
Gathering. Smattering. A smattering of porpoise.
Porpoise.
Smattering of porpoise.
So what we're saying is, it could have been anything.
It could have been anything.
There's no visual evidence. Dick Van Dyke's thinking, diagnosis murder, or there's not, commissions are sent another series. How do I get back on the telly? Boost up my, profile.
Night in the Museum didn't work.
Yeah, that's true. Although I love that movie.
Yeah, I thought the second one was the funniest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, really. I'm a bit mixed between the two.
No, Hank Azaria steals the show in the second one.
Do you think?
Yeah, the bit where he's going, that was all three. I can't believe you just reached across. It does that voice, Hank Azaria.
Get back to him. Get back to X Factor.
Oh, they're all weak,
So there you go. Porpoises and Dick Van Dyke.
Porpoises, Dick Van Dyke,
Is it to raise his profile? Or did he really?
See, I think it's rubbish.
I think it's rubbish.
No eyewitnesses. And it's not as if, like, David Hasselhoff, you got a tap on the shoulder by one of the dolphins. Got one of your lads here.
Got old Dickie boy. He's fell asleep again.
Yeah, diagnosis murders fell asleep.
On surfboard. Yeah, on surfboard.
Oh, again?
Exactly. It's like me saying, what can I want to be famous. I've not been on telly for a while. Got it. I fell asleep on my skateboard.
Yep.
Next thing I know, I'm back in my garage.
Yeah.
Safe and sound, all because of 3 or 4 badgers pushed me back to my garage.